It's Week 11 of the National Football League.
And our focus is on Anthony Walker. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance.
It's the Browns and the Steelers.
All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
It is a cold rain coming down. It could be a wet and wild one here by the lakeshore as we join you from Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in after tasting defeat for the first time in about a month as their loss snapped a 4-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Cleveland offense ready to go to work behind the 3-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his second season now as a Brown, number 7 overall.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake-off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things.
There he goes, left side. Still going. And finally marked down at the 23. A huge play there right off the bat. 59 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver and that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
Right back to Njoku. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Watson. Pushing his way through. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And it's caught. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper with career touchdown number 60. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting the loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense set for their first possession here, and it's Kenny Pickett who will lead the way, the second-year man, Charles, from Pitt.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 12 carries, 51 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And defensively here, it's hard to overlook the fact that this is an offense that's dead last in the NFL in rushing. So this back seven's going to be tested. Heck, might be more of a back eight. No doubt about that. And they surrender the catch here and the first down.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Shoves him aside. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Watson now to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Elijah Moore, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. You look at this Steeler defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. Watson. It fights him off. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Watson off play action. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I absolutely love that play call there. They just came off of a big play. They've got momentum in their direction, and they come back and take the shot at the end zone, just unable to complete it. But I love their aggressiveness.
And you feel like the defense, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Keanu Benton in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. These two teams all tied after one. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Hopkins' kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Pickett now from near his own goal line. Pickens on the slant. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now on 4th down, Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Browns to take over. They were losers a week ago to Baltimore, but they lead things here as they start 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he goes down, but not before getting his inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. Bulldozes past him. And outbounds right around the 20. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Watson. Option left. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Drop just inside the 20. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. That is caught. And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just...
Touchdown, Browns! David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to widen their advantage. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Hopkins with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Pickett now from the gun here. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Cleveland offense making their way out. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. A solid stiff arm. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 32. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw is Watson. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. On first down, it's Watson. Finds Strong on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ford. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And Deshaun Watson shows off his mobility yet again. Just 1 touchdown rushing in 6 starts last season. But the way that he moves around, if receivers are covered, he'll tuck it and go as he did there.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
Pickett going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now Watson. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Hopkins on for a field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Cowboys on top as they play the second quarter. A touchdown pass for Trey Lance in that one. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. The Chargers still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. The Browns were given a solid performance in that first half from their quarterback, Deshaun Watson. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Again, it's Harris on second down. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Pickett. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 40-yard line.
Now Pickett. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll take a shot for Peoples-Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Cleveland. 49 yards.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The handoff to Ford up the middle. Brought down at the 20. Second and 7 from the 20. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Back to throw, Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jerome Ford with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to add on to that lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Dialing up another pass here, Pickett. And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead it's 2nd down. Pickett back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Washington. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line.
1st down, Steelers.
Back to throw, Pickett. On the move past the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a yard.
At the Browns' 36-yard line.
Off play action. Pickett. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Pittsburgh.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Pickett will look to throw it here. That's caught. Allen Robinson. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Pickett to throw on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
To the right side and complete to Washington. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
Pickett right back to the air again. And he's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And that ball is caught by Washington. Touchdown, Steelers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Oh, what a move. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter, and this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the Steelers' 43-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Now when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Pickett. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Completes it to Austin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Steeler first down.
To the air on first down with Pickett. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Pickett with a quick throw out wide. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Pickett, fourth down, desperation time. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They will start this drive with Ford. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there.